Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 3 in this best of 3 series between Cechi and Lin. So far we are all tied up at 1 game apiece, as Cechi has spawned on the bottom left hand side of the map as the teal undead player with a graveyard and a crypt. It looks like he will be going once more for crypt fiends, delaying that early death knight, and then perhaps trying to creep up and get up to a higher level in just a little bit. So far, we can see Lin is pretty much doing a very standard build order as well. Altar of Storms, Orc Burrow, followed by the Barracks. Very standard buildings, and it looks as though the Blade Master will be coming out. So far in these two games, even though Cechi and Lin are all tied up at 1 game apiece, it really feels like Cechi has played the superior game. Cechi was playing at a very high level in both of the 2 games. I think he just had a very bad positioning in that final fight, and that Blade Master was able to just slice and dice his way through that Lich far too quickly, getting into that Lich and tearing him apart. Without frost armor, that Blade Master would have finished off the rest of the army rather quickly, as we saw Lin also used a lot of troll berserkers. Berserkers extremely effective against those destroyers, and you saw how effective that was there. The Crypt Fiends effective against the Kodo Beasts, but the Kodo Beasts also able to chomp on Crypt Fiends if necessary, so it really came down to positioning and micro in those fights. Cechi now training up a Death Knight. You can see a Voodoo Lounge currently being built off over here, and the Blade Master should be out in just a moment, giving him a little bit of an advantage in terms of experience. He will have about a good 45 to 50 seconds where he can gather experience, while the Death Knight has not even made its way yet out onto the field. And with that advantage, perhaps he can get some good items and then shut down the Death Knight, or himself try to get up to level 3. Level 3 seems to be one of those magic numbers on heroes where they get the level 2 of their whatever their ability is, and it just does that much more damage, or is just that much more effective throughout. The Rogue is going to finally get taken down here, clearing out a 5-3-3 creep camp even before the Death Knight makes its way out onto the field. I believe that's 188 experience difference, as the Blade Master should quickly sell his Scroll of Town Portal, pick up double healing salves, and maybe even pick up a Circlet of Nobility and Boots of Speed at some point. One thing I've noticed though is that Lin has not been picking up Boots of Speed in these fights. Death Knight now making its way over. You can see that he's using 2 Crypt Fiends to creep this out here, and a Skeletal Minion. The Skeletal Minion's doing a great job tanking here. 4 Skeletal Minions tanking much of this damage, and this is giving the Death Knight an opportunity to level up. The Blade Master perhaps thinking to himself, you know what, I'm gonna just level up as well. And he may be in a little bit of an unpleasant surprise when he realizes that he's the same level as that Death Knight. The Death Knight will get, or should get, to level 3 here, or level 2 here, after clearing out, yes, 1 more creep camp. This Forest Troll will get taken down and will give level 3. You can see the Death Knight now making its way over, and you can see some big items there. Wand of Illusion and another healing salve coming in. I believe he was using it on the grunts, as the Death Knight Illusion is making its rounds here on the top right hand side of the map. So far we can see that the Crypt Fiends are coming in, gonna perhaps take down some of these Murlocs here, and it looks like though the Murlocs will all fall pretty quickly. Crypt Fiends going up against those units. Down goes the Murloc Nightcrawler, and the Death Knight looking to perhaps just finish things off a little bit. I'm not quite sure why he wasn't taking down these units earlier, as the Death Knight now sitting at level 2. Oh, there's a Death Coil. Did he get a kill over the wall? I'm not 100% sure, but it certainly looked like it. He was able to get a kill over the wall and gain some experience back and deny some experience from that Blade Master. The Blade Master, however, is sitting at level 3. You can see that Wand of Illusion. The Blade Master now looking to back off here. No point in using Dust of Appearance on this guy. He's pretty much getting ignored all the time, as we are looking at a 5-3-3 creep camp here. Alright, the Rogue will get taken down. The Blade Master now just wandering around inside, as the Blade Master now comes in, going after the Crypt Fiend. The Crypt Fiend low on hit points. And now able to hide in the backfield here, but I don't know what's really going on. Why even bother attacking that one unit there, as we can see that the Renegade Wizard is still there. Okay, let's take a look at this. There is a Rogue. The Rogue may get taken down. Yes, it does get taken down. The Death Knight still seen at level 2, trying to get to level 3, as it's just not allowing it to happen. Lin now comes in with a whole bunch of illusions, and what is happening next? You can see that the Lightning Shield is right there as the Shadow Hunter is about to pop out. Halls of the Dead nearly done. The Death Coil should be coming in from the Death Knight. Oh, not in time. A split second a split second difference there, and now all of a sudden what would have been a pretty even fight, or a advantageous fight for the Undead, is now turning into an even fight, as you can see that these units are just, the illusions are just stopping the attack constantly. All right, let's go take a look. There goes a Death Coil taking down a Grunt, but now no more mana inside that Death Knight. The Death Knight is low on mana here. This is going to become very, very bad for him. Is he going to perhaps get a potion of mana? Now getting up a Slaughterhouse, needs to get mana as well from that Obsidian statue, as the Blade Master comes in, perhaps trying to shut down any more creeping. Another Crypt Fiend may get taken down here. The Blade Master, however, getting a bit slowed, cannot afford to really engage in these fights here, as the Grunts are now looking to push in. All right, let's take a look at this. The Renegade Wizard is going to get taken down, and what item will be left behind? It is a Claws of Attack +6 for that Blade Master, and now that Blade Master is just a bit stronger and able to slip away again. This time around, Lin is playing a much more solid game, I must admit, and he is looking much stronger. Meanwhile, the Death Knight and the Lich sitting at level 2, level 1, and trying to make things happen here, sit around and trying to get that Death Knight to level 3, as we are already seeing the Shadow Hunter looking to perhaps get to level 2. It has level 1 Hex most likely, or no, it could, yeah, it has level 1 Hex. That's why there is a Sasquatch there now, just coming out of whatever form it was in, as the Blade Master, healing salves the Shadow Hunter, and then doesn't switch aggro, so the Shadow Hunter is actually taking a bit more damage than he's supposed to. Replenishment Potion now coming in, and that is going to heal up the Shadow Hunter nicely. Too bad he does not have Healing Wave in order to heal that extra bit of hit points right there, since he does have the available mana. Wand of Illusion Death Knight still sitting off to the north. You can see back over here, the Death Knight sitting at 117, 118 mana, making its way off to the north as well. The Blade Master hoping to get some units in transit, and this could be a problem if enough Obsidian statues are taken down in transit. That will give a big advantage here. Meanwhile, Speed Scroll now being used. A Grunt gonna get taken down after ensnared by some creeps. Unfortunate there completely, as Lin does have some Spirit Walkers grouping up with the rest of his Shadow Hunter here. Alright, let's see. It looks as though the Blade Master did get his Obsidian statue. We are now looking at a push here. You can see Lin taking a lot of damage, needs to perhaps repair some Orc Burrows. Seen at 40/40, and now unable to train up any more units, is trying to tech ensnare, as we now see, what is this? Essence of Blight, the sacrificial skull on here, as the Blade Master now gets some Wand of Illusions out as well. Alright, difficult to keep track of which one is the real one. Most likely you can see Illusions now just wandering around here. All of the attacks, you can see that the Crypt Fiends are just regenerating hit points rather nicely because of that Death Knight. Death Knight now sitting at level 3, may be able to get off more attacks here, and this push is just so fast and so strong. I don't know if Lin was expecting it. There's the Dust of Appearance. Speed Scroll now being used as well. It looks as though, yes, there goes another Crypt Fiend now taken down once more. You got to remember, the Shadow Hunter has been taken down as well. Crypt Fiend's not getting taken down. You can see now Ziggurats being brought over, so this is now turning into an Undead Tower Rush in position here. The Blade Master has really no real way of dealing with this. If he tries to avoid the army and the Death Knight army, then he is just going to allow these Ziggurats. Meanwhile, the Crypt Fiends are still staying nearby. It looks as though some of the Ziggurats will get taken down here. And what is going on here? The Lich perhaps hoping to get some extra damage. Are we going to see a cancellation? No cancellation whatsoever, as we're now looking at the lone Acolyte here. Cechi is not looking that strong at this point. There is one Crypt Fiend. There's Dust of Appearance. Are we going to perhaps see a Death Coil onto that one particular Crypt Fiend? No. And Cechi says GG. Lin able to take game 3 in this best of 3. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.